What's up YouTube? Welcome to my channel. This is Paid in Ticks, and in this video I'm gonna be breaking down my trade for today, Monday, October 27th, 2025. Let's go. So when I came into the charts this morning, I was already a bit iffy on whether if I was even gonna get it set up today, because as y'all probably already know, the government is still shut down. It has been shut down for 27 days now. And with that, I'm not saying that the markets don't move while we are in the midst of a government shutdown, because they definitely do. But what I am saying is that they don't necessarily behave how they usually do during regular market conditions, which is how I like for them to behave, and which is also the way that my strategy is set up to work, because I trade pullbacks of higher time frames. And with gold, for example, I usually do get those pullbacks, but with everything that's going on right now, gold might not give me the pullbacks that I'm looking for. It might just drop slightly and then go and break an all-time high, which of course is bound to happen when people are not confident in the strength of the US dollar. But anyway, let's get into this trade. This is my first video, but I got so many ideas on so many videos that I want to do for this channel. Tutorials, how I find my supply and demand zones, etc. But I figure I start with just making my trading recaps. So subscribe if you want to see that type of content from a fresh, new creator that is not popping out in every social media platform. Okay? Anyways, back to the trade. So like I said, I already have my daily zone where I wanted price to come to, and I already knew that once price got down here, I was gonna drop down to the 4-hour time frame and look for a demand zone in the 4-hour time frame to really look for my entry. And that demand zone was right here from around 4015.2 to around 3986.2. I need a price to come into the zone, one, and two, I needed it to do it sometime from 9 to 9:30 a.m. to 11:30, 11:45 a.m. the latest. So I was waiting, and then price ended up coming into the zone around 10 to 10:05 a.m. I was watching price coming down into the zone on a 4-hour time frame, which is a higher time frame. So when it got into it, I dropped down to the 5-minute because that's the time frame where I actually get my entry signal. It looked like price was on a downtrend, but because we're trading with the higher time frames, we know that's not the case. I actually needed to look like it's on a downtrend because my entry trigger is price creating a change of character that also breaks structure in the 5-minute, which basically means that price is changing from a downtrend to an uptrend in the 5-minute. And at that point, the 5-minute trend is aligned with the higher time frame trend, and that's where we get in. Again, this is the 5-minute time frame. Price is dropping into my 4-hour demand zone, so it looks like it's on a downtrend. Price came down, created a low, followed by a lower high, followed by a lower low, followed by a lower high, followed by a lower low, followed by a lower high. But then instead of creating a lower low, which technically would have been down here and would have indicated that price was probably going to keep dropping and possibly not even give me a setup, it broke above that last lower low and created a higher high right here. Once price created a higher high, I already knew that price was more than likely getting ready to start going up, so I was getting ready to get in the trade. I then drew a box around that last red candle before the break of structure to the upside, and I was basically waiting for price to retest this area, respect it and reject it. It ended up coming back down. Somebody that would have gotten in at the top of this move, chasing this move, thinking that price was just gonna keep going up, they would have been stopped out on a setup that was still valid. That's why it is very important to be patient with the setups. Price ended up coming back down. It didn't go or close past the zone, and instead I got a 5-minute bullish candle. At that point, I was waiting for a break of that candle, and I was in the trade. I ended up getting in the trade around 4001.1 with a 70 tick stop loss with a 210 tick take profit for 123, and the rest was history. Like I said, I got a lot more videos on the way. I'm going to be doing a trade recap video on damn nearly every trade that I take. along with other type of trading videos. And the moment I build a little community on here, I'm gonna start going live every day in the morning, Monday to Friday, just so y'all can see me trade in real time and see my thought process in real time. So if you like this type of content, let's get some engagement on this video. Press the like button, comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Until the next video, I'm out.